Welcome. This is a wrap-up of the City Council meeting and work session held today, April 10th, 2023. We had one item of business on our work session, and that was to hear a financial presentation by Rebecca Peterson from Redpath & Company, who does our yearly audit. She did note that we received a Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the fiscal year 2021, which is something that most cities our size don't receive. So once again, our finance department did a wonderful job making sure that we were doing things properly. She noted that we had a super high property tax collection rate of 99.3%, which is more than most places, and also assessment collection of 98.3%. So on both of those items, we did well, and our fund balances in each of the different pots of money we had all look good and we're very healthy. At 5 o'clock, we moved on to the regular council meeting, where during the public forum, we had a number of people come speak to the council about changes that are being proposed in garbage collection due to a number of reasons, but it started with difficulty of garbage trucks getting through alleys with the heavy snow this winter. In some parts of the city, we were looking at moving, Waste Management would have us move from the alley to the street in places. There are certain places where there is no street access, so they will continue in the alley as well, but the people who addressed us tonight had concerns about specifically the northeast and northwest part of town, and so we will have our city engineer take a look at that and see if some exceptions can be made in certain areas or not. We had a few items on the regular agenda. The big one tonight was to consider approval of a preliminary plat of Forest Lake Addition. That's where the old Forest Lake School is. We've had many discussions on this as a council, including approving selling part of the property, 8 sites, to the HRA, who has received a grant from the Minnesota Housing Fund to move forward on 8 homes for this year and for next year. But before they could do that, we had to approve the platting, and the plat will divide that property into 22 lots. The width of those would vary from on the small end of 58 feet to 81 feet on larger lots, and then 127 feet in depth to 141 feet in depth. This was part of the comprehensive plan for either having single or multifamily homes. In this case, we approved 22 lots for single-family homes. The Planning Commission had a public hearing on April 6th. They did make a recommendation for reserving space for sidewalks on the west side of that property, and that was incorporated into the approval tonight by the council. Next, we accepted a resolution for a donation to the Grand Rapids Police Department Canine Program for the McCumsey family. $1,150 was raised by Josiah McCumsey. Josiah is 12 years old, and he raised money from neighbors and friends and church members and family and others, and he took this on his own to try to raise money for this program. The new canine's name is Murphy, and Officer Edmondson is right now in training with the dog. I believe it'll be sometime around May, that maybe even June, that Murphy will be in operation. What an effort by a 12-year-old boy, Josiah, to raise that much money. The final item on the agenda tonight, on the regular agenda, was to consider appointments to boards and commissions, where we appointed Derek Fox and Angie Miskovich to the Arts and Culture Commission and Emily Naparella to the Economic Development Authority. With that, we meet again on April 24th at 5 p.m. Thank you.